14 laps. This will be your shifters, A.J. Myers. Inside row number 1, A.J. qualified on that top spot earlier on Saturday. Scored the win in heat number 1. He'll be on the pole in the number 28. Michael De Quesada, the Tampa driver. Michael outside row number 1. In row 2, there'll be the number 98 of Ryan Smith. 71A of Brian Hassel will be starting. 5th, Gonzalo Aponte in the 04. Aponte in the Masters class. 6th, it'll be the 49, Benjamin Hankinson. Kurt Mathewson in the 25, starting 7th, Masters driver. Chris Payne in the 14, starting 8th. Kristen Bartz in the 327, starting 9th. Thomas Hankinson, Masters driver in the 52X. Vicky Bryan in the number 26, starting 11th. Farshad Bagheri starting 12th. Masters driver Matthew Sanford in the 24. Matthew Sanford with our GoPro camera and that number 24. Masters driver, and Andre Sabalos in the number 85, starting 14th. That'll be your senior driver. 14 laps. Micro Rock, your on-grid mini rock, your pre-grid for your pre-final. Nickel look him over, raise his arm, raise him green. We're out, they're off. A.J. Myers, Michael De Quesada, they'll come into turn number 1. Again, you want to get to that start. Good move there. A.J. goes right to the inside. And he makes the pass of Michael De Quesada. Michael going to hammer it down into turn number 3, and he goes to the inside. Cannot get around A.J. So Michael hitting them shifts, trying to make him way around your leader. Again, A.J. Myers qualified on the top spot early Saturday. Michael qualified 2nd. Heat number 1, A.J. picked up the win. Michael finished 2nd. In heat number 2, Michael scored the win. A.J. finished 2nd. So they're right back at it, 1-2 to the chicane. Long way to go, 14 laps. There's A.J. Myers now going to come off turn number 3. It picks up the green. Again, Michael De Quesada going to work. And we'll need Micro Rock, your on-grid mini rock, your pre-grid for your pre-final. Pre-finals for Micro and Mini will be 11 laps. Meantime, got a good one going right now for that top spot. A.J. Myers in the 28. Michael De Quesada, the Tampa driver, running 2nd as they'll come to the line. Running 3rd, Brian Hassel in the 71. That'll be your senior driver. And Brian qualified very well on Saturday, qualified in that 4 spot. Brian had a 4th place finish in heat number 1. Finished 5th in heat number 2. Right now, he's sitting 3rd on the track. Ryan Smith, again, qualified in that 3rd spot on Saturday. Meantime, Michael De Quesada closing the gap up on your leader. Got a good one now. He'll run the tire tracks, your leader. Kicking it up a notch. He's definitely looking anxious. Michael De Quesada in the 77. On the heat now as he goes to A.J. Myers on the entry to turn 6. No change there. Again, both of those drivers have been very solid. Again, as I said, both of them been 1-2 all weekend long through the qualifying heats 1 and 2. And they're 1-2 right now as they come off the Monza turn. A.J. Myers, 35.725. Michael with a 35.699. Brian Hassel, again, Brian in that 71A, 36.299. Brian running in that 3rd spot. He's still about 1.9 seconds behind your leader. And a good race in there. A.J. Myers in the 28. Michael De Quesada in the 77. And they'll head off that Monza turn. Here they come down the straightaway. Led by A.J. Myers. We'll see now if Michael will try to make that pass. Not enough momentum carrying him through the chicane. Meantime, Ryan Smith keeping a heat on Brian Hassel through turn number 1. That'll be for 3rd as they come into turn number 3. Nose to tail between those two drivers. So Ryan Smith running the tire tracks of Hassel. They'll make their way into turn number 6. Well, we've got some good pack racing going on. A lot of moving and shaking going on through the entire field. But up front through the Monza turn, yeah, it'll be A.J. Myers, Michael De Quesada. Here they come. See Michael get a run on him. Now he goes to the inside. He's got the room, the real estate, and he's got the pass. And a brand new leader here with 6 laps complete next time by. The 77, Michael De Quesada. So Michael up front. There's your leader into turn number 4. Ryan Hassel with his hands full. Ryan Smith staying all over the back end of him. Kristen Bartz, your Masters leader, just ahead of Baney. About 0.4 of a second between Bartz and Baney in the Masters. So 6 laps in, close it in on a halfway point. All of a sudden, Michael's starting to get a little bit of breathing room now as he comes around here to cycle around to the halfway point. Again, nose-to-tail battle for third. Hassel and Smith, they'll continue to go nose-to-tail as they work off of turn number 3. So Michael now opens up a full second advantage, 35.540. So Michael into the 35-second bracket. Your only driver now in 35-second bracket, 35.540. A.J. Myers in that second spot. A.J. best lap time, 36.298 for A.J. And he's starting to see Michael coast away now as they work into turn 1. Yeah, little heated battle there. Brian Hassel and Ryan Smith again. That's for third. Brian's been hanging on. I got to say he's driving defensively, trying to keep Ryan behind him. And he'll do that as they cross the line. 8 laps in. 6 laps remaining. So right now it's for that third spot between Hassel and Ryan Smith. Michael De Quesada off the Monza turn. Here he comes. Continue to open up that daylight now between him and second place A.J. Myers. Nice run now for your leader, Michael De Quesada. Again, Michael qualified second. Finished second, heat number 1. Scored to win yesterday by 0.7 of a second. And Ryan Smith trying to work around the 71 of Brian Hassel again. Those are 2 senior drivers running for third. It has been that way pretty much the entire race. So your leader's coming off the Monza turn. Michael settling into a pretty good groove right now. He's got a 1.4 second advantage. Shuffles his way through the chicane now into turn number 1. Again, all A.J. Myers can do is keep a look on that 77 as they head through turn number 4. About a second now, going to separate first and second. Well, you got to give it to Brian Hassel, really doing an outstanding job keeping Ryan Smith behind him. And Smith in the 98 being scored 4th, stays in about 0.3 of a second behind Brian Hassel for third. Meantime, 10 laps in, your leader in through the chicane. There he is, Michael De Quesada. Cruising right along. Michael off of turn number 1. Still about a second advantage through turn number 2. 11 laps complete this time by. There's your leader into turn number 5. So traffic stretching out. As Michael De Quesada again qualified second. Finished second, heat number 1. Scored the win in heat number 2. So he's looking for his second straight heat win here this day. As he'll move right along to the Monza turn. Micro, you're on grid. Mini Rock, your pre-grid. Again, that battle for third. Ryan Hassel in that 71. Ryan Smith behind him as they're nose to tail. That has been that way the entire race. They'll get 2 to go. Final 2 laps remaining. In the Masters, Christian Bartz, leader, Baney second, Vicky Bryan third, Thomas Hankinson fourth, Sanford running 5th, your top 5 in the Masters. So here comes Michael to the chicane. So Michael off turn number 3. He'll pick up the white flag. He'll head down into turn number 1, still about 1 second advantage. That battle's still heating up for that third spot. Bryan in the 71, Ryan Smith in the 98. They have been nose to tail from start to finish, and they're in that final lap now as they head into turn 6. And that's been a good one. 2 senior drivers, Bryan in the 71, Ryan Smith in the 98. So here comes Makaneke Quesada, final time through the chicane. Nice entry, works his way to the top of the chicane, off into turn number 1. And Michael will pick up his second straight heat win as he heads to the line. So Makaneke Quesada picks up the win. A.J. Myers coming home second. How about that battle for third? Will Brian be able to hang on, and he gets a whole bumper full of the 98 through turn 3. And Brian Hassel will pick up third. Ryan Smith fourth. Benjamin Hankinson fifth. In the Masters, Bartz will pick up the win. Bainey second. Vicky Bryan third. Hankinson and Matthew Sanford. So we're ready to go. Pre-finals, Micro Rock, Mini Rock. You'll go 11 laps. Rock Junior, you'll go 13. Rock Senior, Rock Masters, 13 laps. And Shifters, you'll go 15 in the pre-final.